Jai Sri Ram, welcome to everybody. Welcome Vinay Ji for thank you for joining Bharat Marg. Appreciate it, friends. If you are here for the first time, make sure to subscribe our channel. See, we are going to have some important topic today: forged documents, Punjab-based immigration, deportation from Canada. This is what we are going to discuss with Vinay Ji, and it's a very serious thing. If you are looking for Canadian immigration, what you should be cautioned about, lot of things विनय जी इधर कवर करेंगे. वो अंग्रेजी में बात करेंगे, मैं हिंदी में पूछूंगा उनको सवाल, तो आप दोनों तरफ से आप समझ सकते हैं, राइट? जैसा आपको हिंदी चाहिए तो वैसा. ओके, एनीवे, तो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक फ्रेंड्स. इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, कमेंट कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए. वीसा स्कैम and how the whole thing happens. Forged documents, Punjab-based immigration, deportation from Canada, and Canada is set to deport 700 students after authorities identified fake college admission letters and were used to study in North American countries. Okay, the forged. Yeah, see, Vinay ji, this is very interesting. मैं इसके बारे में आपसे बात करूंगा. Forged documents came to light when the students began to apply for permanent residency in Canada. Okay, ठीक है. Anyway, let's get to move on. Okay, Vinay ji, take it over. Forged documents, Punjab-based immigration, deportation from Canada. क्या बोलेंगे?
So the funny thing is, the irony of this is this scam has been going on for years now. It is not something that just happened because of these 700 students. So for years, I have known the strategy because I live in this community in Canada where I see a lot of people, a lot of students coming in as students. So their modus operandi is they come in as students, they come on student visa, they go to Humber College, Sheridan College, all these community colleges, and then these are all government recognized, government accredited colleges. However, there are private colleges that are half-assed. They are hardly recognized, they hardly have the recognition, and they also apply to these private colleges where you apply for a 3 months or a 6 months or a 1 year certification, right? And when they come, they finish their course, whatever it is in. It's just for the sake of doing it, because it's all about living in Canada. Their end goal is to get a PR status in Canada, permanent resident status in Canada. So then what they do after they finish their 1 year of college, then they apply for the PR. The government of Canada opened up work permit for these students as well. So they work, they are allowed to work, and they also apply for their permanent resident status. And then in about 1 or 2 years or 3 years, the PR application gets processed and approved. And then guess what? These guys live here, and that's it. And many of them are so radicalized by the communities here. They go to gurudwaras, they go to mosques or wherever, and they get radicalized. And this is what is happening.
And they get money too.
Yeah,
they're able to sustain themselves. मतलब उनको पैसा भी मिलता है, ऐसा नहीं कि
exactly. So this is not new. So let's talk about the 700 students that came in. Okay, I was shocked to find out that all 700 students, all of them who came from India, mainly from Punjab, these guys came through an agent. And the agency in India, it's called Education Migration Services, located in Jalandhar in Punjab. It's headed by a guy called Brijesh Mishra. And he charges 16 to 20 lakhs of rupees per student, excluding air tickets and security deposits.
That's right.
Okay? It includes admission to the institutions, the fees and all that. However, it does not include the air tickets and security deposits. So 16 to 20 lakhs is a lot of money for a lot of kids coming from
ये
rural
मिडिल
areas of
क्लास के
Punjab.
लिए हो ही नहीं सकता ये.
Exactly. And this, without the support of certain politicians both in Canada and in India, this cannot happen. I mean, like, you know that Aam Aadmi Party is ruling in Punjab, and they have a close alliance with Jagmeet Singh in in Canada. And I'm sure there's some kind of a nexus here of some sort. I'm not sure. I don't want to say
See,
much.
see. मैं आपको कट करता हूं इसलिए, okay, कि I want to bring something to light, okay? Maybe you may be interested in taking it over from there, okay? These guys came here on 2018 and 19, okay? The 700 people didn't come yesterday. They came a
Correct.
while back.
Correct.
एंड अगर इनका डॉक्यूमेंट्स फोर्ज्ड है, अगर इनका डॉक्यूमेंट्स चीटिंग डॉक्यूमेंट्स है, तो इनका वीसा उस वक्त कैसा अप्रूव हुआ? तो वीसा ऑफिस में किसने अप्रूव किया? आवर पॉलिटिशियंस कौन इसको ऐसा ही रेडर के नीचे कौन बेचते हैं? You know, so this is not only with the student or the consulting firm, it is a bigger nexus, like what you said, because they are living here from 2018-19. Now it is 2023. It's
Correct.
not they came yesterday.
Yeah. So the way it works, once they apply through this Brijesh Mishra or whatever guy, he will give them a student admission from a college. It could be. I mean, he said that it's Humber College, but Humber College is not.
Absolutely.
Right?
Here also in this case, it's with the Humber College.
Yeah. So basically, after the they apply and they get the visas and all that, then what they do is the same guy gets them the visa. That's part of
Come a
their.
little bit closer, up.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's part of the whole deal, right? So once he gets them the visa, they come to Canada, and at the border, somebody has to check all the documents. But they only look at the visa. This guy has a visa, fantastic. Okay, let him in. Okay, so I'm not blaming the Canadian border security because
No.
extremely
But
strict
how
and they
come
do a great
their
job.
visa gets approved? You cannot give
Once they
clean
get the
sheet.
visa, these guys, they only check the visa, whether the visa is good or
No,
bad.
how the
is good.
visa is getting approved in the first place?
Exactly. How do they get the visa approved by in the first place?
And
So this
that too for
Brijesh
this
Mishra,
large number?
yeah, and also imagine 700 students. It's like, yes, all of them didn't apply at the same time. They came over,
But in a year span.
yeah, in about
Same year.
year, couple of years span, right? But they came and then they took admission, and then the guy basically said, as soon as they landed in Canada, he called them apparently, or texted them, or whatever way of communicating, and he said, "Oh, Humber College, all the seats have been taken, so here is the refund for the fees." So he gave them back the Humber College fees, which was only a small amount, maybe 1 or 2 lakhs out of the 16 lakhs, right? And the students felt confident. And then he said, "Oh, why don't you go to this particular college or that particular college and then seek admission?" So because they had a student visa, they went from maybe to XYZ college, and XYZ college gave them admission for a course in whatever, for 3 months or 6 months. And using that money that this guy had refunded, they take admission in another college, and they finish the course, and then they apply for their PR card. And guess what? The PR card is scrutinized extremely. The application is scrutinized extremely well. And at that point, they rejected the application, and they said these college admission letters are all forged. So that is when the Canadian immigration said that Canadian Border Security Agency, CBSA, said that they had to be deported. So 700 kids received deportation.
See, I am asking you this one, Vinay Ji. Think about it. 700 times 20 lakhs. How much it is?
Oh my God, that's mind-boggling.
Okay, let's keep let's keep it in Canadian dollar,
Yeah,
$20,000 per person. Okay,
yeah,
times 700 people. That is in a year span.
yeah.
This is from 2018 to 2019 in that range. This batch has come in, okay,
Right.
which got caught. And this guy got already caught in 2013,
Yeah.
but they gave him a free run again. Then who gave that?
No, it's
And
actually not
how
20,000.
come?
It comes to $40,000. 20 lakhs comes to $40,000, and $40,000 times 700 is 4 million. 40,000 for 4 million, and 7 4 20, about $28 million. That's the scam,
This
approximately.
is on a year, but see, there are bigger fishes here. That's exactly what I am
That's
trying to
exactly what
say.
I'm saying. Yes, this is not just done overnight or something like that without the collaboration and
See,
collusion of
imagine
certain
one
politicians.
person is sending 700 people in a year time, and all their visa gets approved.
Yeah,
You know, we when we go to the visa place, you know how they talk, right? They talk rough, tough, as if they are scaring us, kind of thing. You know how they talk.
exactly,
you you
exactly.
know but these guys, 700 people got approved, and they had forged documents then,
Yeah,
and they all come through this consulting firm where this guy got caught on 2013.
right.
Okay, now in 2019, okay, uh, uh, the liberal government, is that a bigger scam than what you and me can see?
Oh my God, this is absolutely a bigger scam because
And this is one
twenty-eight million
consulting firm.
dollars
And this is one consulting firm in 1 year.
Exactly, and I'm pretty sure that Brajesh Mishra, who runs this organization, this company called what is it, Education Migration Services, is not the only guy in Punjab. He is based out
And
of Jalandhar.
yeah,
There's Ludhiana, there is Amritsar, there are other multiple places in Punjab and Haryana. It's mostly those students who are coming, right? Those kids from those areas that are coming illegitimately, because the kids from other parts of India or rest of the world, they take admission not in these colleges, because these colleges, many of these colleges are like fly by night colleges. If you
and
want proper
yeah,
admission.
they don't have a good name, nothing. So nobody wants an admission in this colleges.
Yeah, exactly. And when these people visit their websites, right? These websites are created, so well, so much fancy, that they show all white students there, white professors there, and the college campus is really big and all that. But when they come here and see that XYZ college is working out of a basement of a industrial building, or basement of some retail plaza, then they will understand. And funnily enough, all the students are all immigrants. Not one local student goes to that college. That is the irony of this.
And this is they are allowed to run also. See, I want to see the bigger picture, how the government is supporting these people.
The government is I don't know what they're going to be doing, but my feeling is these 700 students, somebody like Jagmeet Singh or whoever, will come into their thing and say, oh, you know what, these kids have been harassed, they're innocents, they're victims, and they'll play the victim card, basically, and they'll say, okay, we got to keep them, we got to do something and whatever. And they may bend certain rules, and guess what, they may end up getting their PRs, and who knows, I'm not sure, because all they have said is 700 students have received a letter from the CBSA about deportation, but they have not been deported yet.
And yeah, but see, but what you say me now, one thing, let's move apart from here, okay, little bit, because as you said, there is a bigger scam. The visas applications are getting approved. It is happening from the visa office, and they were not getting caught for 5 years or 4 years, whatever the time frame. All of a sudden now they got caught, and this is only the bunch, those who got caught. But now let's talk a little bit differently, okay. Now you are a student who is coming to कनाडा, आप कनाडा आना चाहते हैं, तो क्या क्या cautions आपको लेना चाहिए?
The thing is, okay, I'm going to tell you something. The Indian government, actually, the Indian High Commission, has already got an advisory. Okay, they actually have an advisory. Apparently this is a few months ago, or maybe a year ago, a few colleges in Montreal, for example, were blacklisted by the Quebec government because they were taking high rate of admission of international students, or almost 99 or 100% of international students. Same thing is happening in Ontario, and same thing is happening in Saskatchewan and Alberta.
Then how come these colleges are running? Who is behind these colleges? They are almost running from the strip mall in the...
Exactly. These are all run in plazas and strip malls and stuff like that, right? And the Canadian, the government, the Quebec government actually blacklisted many of these colleges, but students still take admissions to these colleges. So the Indian High Commission has put out an advisory, and my suggestion to my advice to these kids who are coming should be to go and check with the Indian High Commission and look up the website. I'm pretty sure it's available on some public domain somewhere, to see which colleges are blacklisted, which colleges are not, who is an agent who has got a good record, and if kids can kind of endorse, like people who have come here legitimately with admission to Humber College or any of these Sheridan colleges or whichever college, or most of these guys are coming into colleges, not to universities, and regardless, you still have to do your research and make sure that these agents are legit. There's no advisory about this college, and you have some endorsements from students who have come here and actually gone through these agents and actually got admission.
Absolutely. I want to give one tidbit before we close the show. मुझे कोई कॉल किया था 1 महीने पहले. Okay, he got a job in Canada. He was very excited. Okay, he got a job in Canada, and for kind of wiring electrician kind of job, and he will be paid $50,000 or something like that. Very very extravagant for that position.
Mm-hmm.
जो मिलता है, and he called me to say, Dilipan ji, I got, because he got in touch base with me on Bharat Marg, and he wanted help, and that's how we always try to do as much as we can, even though we completely don't have expertise on this line. Okay, so he said, I got a job offer. I congratulated him, and he said, what, it is a very good job. They वो मुझे कार देते हैं, घर देते हैं 1 महीने के लिए रहने के लिए, वो मुझे पिकअप करेंगे, सब कुछ होगा. Everything, it looks pretty rosy, isn't it? तो मैंने पूछा फिर क्या है? Only one thing the guy is saying, that there is an application I have to fill for this company, and that will cost me $300 that I have to pay. Okay, $300 ये पे करेंगे $50,000 जॉब के लिए और $70,000 जॉब के लिए. तो then I asked him, if the company is giving you car, home, everything pretty much, okay, why don't you think that 300 is a small amount for them to pay for this application fee?
Right.
Okay. And then he was requesting me to call the company and to see the company name is there, because the person is doing on some other existing company business. Yeah. Okay, so it's to make the long story short, their scam is to collect the $300 and then run away.
That is true. This is not. I'm not surprised at all, because the end of the day, documents, even the company name was probably, while it is a legit company, it's a forged document. Maybe he's just collecting the money, and then when the guy actually arrives here, the company will
No
just say,
arriving. Collect the $300 and fly by.
yeah, and then that's
Then
it,
you
and
will
then
not.
you're gone. So that's basically it. And see,
आप आ रहे का कोई क्वेश्चन ही नहीं है. Okay.
exactly.
So
Same thing with this
you know
Humber College also. Like Humber College is a legitimate, is a very big institution, and this guy gave these letters to these kids. But what he did, this guy is extremely smart. This Brijesh Mishra of this education migration services, very smart guy. What he did not put his name on any of the documents that everything is being processed by education migration services or whatever. He got the students to sign every document, so which means that
as
they're
if
doing
they
their
are
visa
applying by
application.
themselves.
Exactly, they're not being represented by education migration services, they're being represented by themselves. So that's why the police, the authorities, the embassy, the high commission, nobody can do anything about this guy. Nobody
And
can
he is
prosecute
roaming
him.
free still. He is
And
roaming free
he's,
still.
yeah, he's scot free, and he's roaming around and probably recruiting more students.
This must be one of his company for sure. If he can bring
I'm pretty
700
sure. Yeah,
people,
absolutely.
you
He
know.
probably has a,
But
like a McDonald's, right? He's got several franchises. Yeah.
you know, but folks, Vinay ji, absolutely, it's mind-boggling. But I want to ask, see, Aswathama is saying, quickly, I will take a couple of questions. Why people wish to educate in foreign institutions and migrate to foreign lands? See, Aswathama ji, you have to understand there is a craze there. We cannot answer these questions, okay? So, because there is a craze and people do come. That's why these scams do हो रहा है, right? क्योंकि लोगों को ये इसमें अच्छा लगता है कि विदेश में जाएं वो सब गलत नहीं है अगर जा रहे
No,
हैं
but
तो
he
मगर
had a good point. People actually sell their land, sell their houses, and then send their kids to these kind of countries, and and they get scammed.
and सी आई मेरा कहने का मतलब एक ही है क्यों ये गवर्नमेंट कैनेडियन गवर्नमेंट ब्लैक लिस्ट करती है एक कॉलेज को मगर बंद नहीं करती है ये ये
Exactly.
देखना ये बहुत स्मार्ट मूव है ये ब्लैक लिस्ट कर दिया तो मैं हैंड वॉश कर देता हूं
Yeah.
मगर वो कॉलेज ऑपरेशन में है
Yeah.
They didn't close the college, so they will be keep recruiting, and now the government is not taking responsibility because they have put their name on the blacklist, which means nothing. Who sees that?
100%.
Okay. Number two, okay, these scammers are roaming free. They know how to get out of it because see, you think about it, in 1 year he is making what 30-40 million from one of his companies.
Yeah.
you know the, he can buy couple of MPs MLAs for sure.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
you know in fact
Absolutely.
a lot of MPs here play cards, betting money and all those things. You will find those kind of people a lot here, right? But anyway, Vinay ji, thank you very much for joining us and putting this together. And we will recommend the people. See, कुछ लोग तो ऐसा ही आते हैं कि they want to cheat, trick and come, but there are some hard-working people who get looted.
Mhm.
We are not concerned about the first category because you are coming here to kind of cheat and come through, and many time you make it you know
Exactly.
because I always believe in Canada, coming legally is a big difficult thing. You have to go through a lot of process illegally, तो लोग आ ही जाते हैं ऐसा.
Yeah.
Please don't quote me for it, okay? Whatever is the news I am saying here, okay? Don't say that I said that.
No.
But what I am saying is, if you are a sincere student, you had to
Mhm.
do lot of homework before doing, okay? Before taking an offer and paying a penny to other person, okay? This is my thought. Vinay ji, your last word before we close.
No, my advice, sincere advice to the students is, just be extremely careful, extremely cautious about these scams, and don't get carried away because you're spending your parents' hard-earned money to come here, and you want to make sure that things are okay. Like Mr. Ashwatthama said, there are lots of good institutions in India. You don't have to go anywhere. India is a progressing country. It's doing really well. And, you got to come here and struggle for years before you have established yourself. So why do you want to go through that? That's
Yeah,
my last two words.
absolutely. I don't say that because people think I'm jealous. I am
Yeah.
in Canada. Why will I say them, you don't come kind of thing, right? People think
Yeah.
that I'm jealous. So I stop saying those things, but let them come and experience it. But
Exactly.
but be very very cautious, and there are a lot of crooks outside, and also Vinay ji has done a video, yeah, along with the Vinay ji we have done a video on student life. There is a playlist in Bharat Mark to Canada special. Okay, please go ahead and watch all the videos, because we are not immigration agent. We are not making money by you coming or not coming. Okay, so we can say the truth to you. Okay, and Vinay ji has done a fabulous job. He is extremely knowledgeable on this, and he comes and puts it very easily for you to understand. So I will recommend you to kind of watch those videos on Canada special, and then make a quality decision, what is right versus what is wrong. Okay, you are absolutely right, Vinay ji. Yes, I also say the same thing. You are absolutely right. Anyway, thank you very much, and looking forward to see you in the next video. Thank you, Vinay ji, for
Thank you,
your
Ji.
time, your sharing your expertise. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.